Eamonn Holmes, flirty, messages with girlfriend, Katie Alexander from 12 years ago resurface in fresh shock for Ruth Langsford. Eamonn and Ruth announced their split in May. Eamonn Holmes reportedly exchanged flirty messages with his rumored girlfriend Katie Alexander more than a decade ago. TV presenter Eamonn, 64, and his ex Ruth Langsford, also 64, announced their divorce in May after tying the knot in 2010. They share son Jack, born in 2002, together. Now, according to a new report, Eamonn and Katie, 42, had exchanged messages 12 years ago. The Sun alleges that Eamonn and Katie had banter online in 2012 which also involved Katie's then-husband George. According to the publication, businessman George joked to Eamonn, "Think she's flirting with you?" George allegedly added, "Good job, we're both red," referring to their joint support of Manchester United. A source told the publication, "We knew Eamonn and Katie got together via social media, but no one knew how far back they went. Ruth will be shocked they were in contact 12 years ago. I don't think she would have known." They added, Eamonn gets a buzz out of replying to messages from fans. He and Katie had a real connection, and it blossomed into something more. But at the outset George joined in with the online banter. He would never have guessed Katie was going to get together with Eamonn years down the line. Ed has contacted reps for Eamonn for comment. Katie and Eamonn have been linked since his split announcement from Ruth. However, neither have confirmed whether they're dating. Eamonn and Ruth news. In September, a source claimed that Eamonn and Katie wanted to move in together. An insider told The Sun, Katie's assured him she's in it for the long haul and they're both settling down nicely. They've been spending so much time at his Kingston flat that they're even looking to move in together permanently. They added, Katie will obviously be there to care for Eamonn as he grows older and thinks it's best to do that somewhere without prying eyes. Presenter Eamonn Holmes spotted attending youth theatre event in Belfast. Northern Irish presenter Eamonn Holmes has been spotted out and about again this weekend, this time supporting a local performing arts charity. The GB News broadcaster was pictured attending an event at the Youth Lyric over the weekend, a group which provides drama classes for children and young people. Pictured in a post on social media by the charity, the group said the 64-year-old was very pleased to hear about the great work being done at Youth Lyric. It's not the first time the former ITV man has been pictured back home this weekend, having been seen enjoying a popular Belfast city centre restaurant that opened earlier this year. Holmes was seen in Sticks and Stones Meat Wagon, which launched at Wellington Place in February. It is the third venue from Sticks and Stones to open in the city and specializes in barbecue-style meat. Sharing photos of the 64-year-old on social media, the team at Sticks and Stones Meat Wagon said, "We had the pleasure of having Eamonn Holmes visit us this week. Thanks for stopping by." Holmes is best known for previously presenting ITV's This Morning alongside Ruth Langsford. Holmes and Langsford, who still works at ITV on Loose Women, announced their shock split in May through a representative. Since then, the Northern Irishman has since moved out of the £3.5 million Surrey mansion they shared and has been pictured with new girlfriend Katie Alexander. Langsford and Holmes had previously anchored the This Morning Friday segment before they lost their slot in a show shake-up in late 2020. Last week it was revealed Langsford is now dreading the upcoming festive period, their first since the split. Ruth is dreading Christmas coming up, because it will be her first one apart from Eamonn, who could be spending it with his new partner, a source told OK. This Christmas means creating different memories, they added. Ruth and Eamonn are positively co-parenting Jack, but he's at the age where he might want to do something different at Christmas, and that's worrying Ruth. Holmes and Langsford have one son Jack, born in 2002. Holmes also has 3 other children from his previous marriage. Last week, Langsford appeared to take a swipe at Holmes, revealing on TV she is currently throwing out a lot of stuff from her house. Eamonn Holmes, the well-known TV presenter and former This Morning host, has been caught in a media storm after messages he allegedly exchanged with his former girlfriend, Katie Alexander, dating back 12 years, were revealed. The private text conversations, which some sources describe as flirty in nature, have sparked questions about the pair's relationship, their past history, and the implications these revelations may have for Eamonn's current personal and professional life. Holmes, 64, who has spent decades on British television, is no stranger to public scrutiny, but this latest drama has drawn significant attention, partly due to the fact that many of the texts come from a period when he was already married to his second wife, Ruth Langsford. The details of these messages have not only caused a stir on social media but have led to increased media speculation regarding the nature of Eamonn's relationship with Katie Alexander, who has largely stayed out of the public eye until now. The texts that sparked a controversy. The flirty text messages in question were reportedly exchanged over a period of months and contain intimate, playful exchanges, which some observers have described as more than friendly. They suggest a level of familiarity and closeness between Holmes and Alexander that goes beyond mere friendship, with some texts hinting at a romantic or flirtatious undercurrent. According to sources close to the situation, these texts were sent between 2012 and 2013, a time when Eamonn was still married to Ruth Langsford. The revelation has sparked an intense debate on social media, with fans of the television presenter expressing mixed reactions. Some have defended Eamonn, pointing out that the messages were exchanged years ago and that their tone could easily be misinterpreted, while others have questioned the appropriateness of the exchange given Eamonn's marital status at the time. One of the most striking elements of the messages is the evident flirtation between the two, which, according to experts, could suggest more than just a professional relationship. Some have even pointed out that the tone of the messages appeared to reflect a sense of comfort and familiarity that typically characterizes a deeper personal relationship. However, it is important to note that no direct evidence has surfaced to suggest that Eamonn and Katie were ever romantically involved, and the precise nature of their bond remains unclear. The messages came to light after a series of leaks involving private correspondence from public figures, sparking a wider conversation about the boundaries of privacy, personal relationships, and what constitutes appropriate behavior in the public eye. Holmes has yet to comment publicly on the messages, leaving fans and the media to speculate about his connection with Katie Alexander and whether or not these texts reflect something more significant than what has been publicly revealed. Who is Katie Alexander? Katie Alexander, the woman at the center of the text message controversy, has remained largely out of the public eye since her brief appearance in the media more than a decade ago. Little is known about her personal life, and she has not pursued a career in the limelight. From the information that has been pieced together, it appears that Katie is a former friend and colleague of Eamonn Holmes, with whom he worked during the early years of his career. It is believed that their relationship remained friendly over the years, though it is unclear exactly how close they became. Reports suggest that Katie has maintained a relatively low profile and has avoided engaging with the media or stepping into the public spotlight. However, after the recent leak of the text messages, she has reportedly been approached by several media outlets for comment. As of now, she has not made any public statements about her relationship with Eamonn Holmes or the nature of the communications that have surfaced. Holmes, on the other hand, has been in the public eye for decades. Known for his no-nonsense approach to journalism, Holmes' career has spanned several decades, during which he has hosted various programs on television, including the long-running This Morning. He has been an iconic figure in British media, known for his witty remarks, sharp insights, and sometimes controversial opinions. Throughout his career, Holmes' personal life has often been a subject of public interest. He has been married twice, with his current wife, Ruth Langsford, being a beloved co-presenter on This Morning. The couple's marriage has frequently been a topic of discussion on social media, with fans taking an interest in their long-standing relationship. The most recent revelation regarding Eamonn's alleged flirtation with Katie Alexander, however, has led some fans to question the dynamics of his marriage and whether these past messages indicate a more complex side to the TV presenter's personal life. A flirty affair, or just friendly banter? As more details surrounding the text messages continue to emerge, many have questioned whether the exchange between Holmes and Alexander crosses the line into something inappropriate. It is important to note that while the messages certainly contain flirty language, they do not necessarily imply a full-blown affair or any physical involvement between the two. Some critics of Eamonn have argued that it is inappropriate for a married man to be sending flirtatious messages, particularly if the exchanges took place while he was still in a committed relationship with Ruth Langsford. Others have pointed out that the nature of the messages could simply be friendly banter between two individuals who share a strong rapport, without any ulterior romantic motive. Ruth Langsford, who has been married to Holmes since 2010, has not publicly commented on the leaked texts, and sources close to the couple have maintained that the two are still happily married. However, the revelation has undoubtedly raised eyebrows, and fans have been keen to learn more about how the couple is handling the situation. Given that Ruth and Eamonn have worked together for many years and often present television programs side by side, the dynamics of their personal relationship are regularly scrutinized by the media. This latest scandal has only intensified public interest in their marriage. Public reaction and backlash. The public's reaction to the leaked messages has been mixed, with some expressing sympathy for Eamonn and others criticizing him for sending flirtatious texts while married. Some fans have rallied to Holmes' defense, arguing that the messages were private and occurred years ago, while others believe that his actions show a lack of respect for his marriage. Why is this even news? One Twitter user wrote, "It was 12 years ago, and people should get over it." Eamonn has been upfront about his past and is still happily married to Ruth. Others, however, have expressed disappointment at what they perceive to be a betrayal of Ruth Langsford. On the other hand, some people believe that the situation highlights the need for better boundaries in personal relationships, especially when one is in a public-facing role. "It's not about the fact that the messages were from over a decade ago," one commenter wrote. "It's about the fact that a public figure like Eamonn Holmes, who is constantly in the public eye, should be setting an example of integrity, especially when it comes to marriage." Eamonn Holmes' response. Eamonn Holmes has remained tight-lipped about the controversy surrounding the texts, neither confirming nor denying the allegations. He has not addressed the specific messages or given any indication about the nature of his relationship with Katie Alexander. As of now, Holmes has chosen to focus on his career, including his new ventures in broadcasting, and has not commented publicly on the matter. Some industry insiders believe that Holmes will eventually have to address the issue, either directly or through his representatives, particularly if the media attention around the messages continues to escalate. While some have speculated that the controversy might hurt his career, others believe that his loyal fan base will continue to support him despite the revelations. Katie Alexander's silence. Katie Alexander, the woman at the center of the controversy, has remained largely silent since the texts were leaked. She has not spoken to the media, and her whereabouts and personal life have remained largely private. This has led to increased curiosity about who she is and why she and Eamonn Holmes maintained a close relationship, despite the lack of public recognition. For now, the focus remains on the messages and the questions surrounding their connection. Did they ever have a romantic involvement? Were the messages truly harmless, or did they cross a line? Fans and media outlets alike are eagerly awaiting further developments as the story unfolds. The impact on Eamonn Holmes' career. Despite the controversy, it is unlikely that Eamonn Holmes' career will be irreparably damaged by the leak of these messages. Holmes remains one of the UK's most recognizable television personalities, with a long history of hosting successful programs. Whether or not this personal drama will affect his future prospects remains to be seen, but it's clear that Eamonn Holmes remains a figure who continues to attract attention, both for his professional work and his personal life. As for Ruth Langsford, it seems she has not let the matter affect her professional demeanor. The couple, who have been married for over a decade, continue to present This Morning together, and their relationship remains a topic of much interest among fans. Whether this latest revelation will have a lasting impact on their marriage or the public's perception of their relationship is still unclear. In the coming days, more details may emerge, and perhaps Eamonn Holmes will finally address the issue in public. Until then, the public will have to speculate about the true nature of his connection with Katie Alexander and the lasting impact of these flirty messages from 12 years ago.